There we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm William Thomas. We are in the Center for Virtual Expression at Southern Illinois University. This is session 4 of our Druid campaign. Everyone here around the table, we're going to pick up right where we left off. If you've watched any of our other session, maybe a little difference down here, but most of the same. A few minutes have elapsed between the two sessions, so the characters are slightly out of place from where you may have seen them previously, but that is where we will pick up. Start with you, Donovan.
Right, I'm Donovan Cypress. I'm a 4th level Druid, human. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing Aurelius, the Paladin, 4th level. Yeah.
I'm Atreus Gwaine. I'm playing a fighter, which is also a knight.
Gotcha. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off here. Here in this group, we have characters, players that are not here. We have Jen and Obsidian talking with Greg Townsman about the people, the other Esterbay villagers that have made their way out. They say as a group, they're going to go after that party.
Okay.
So we'll exit them there. And so, Atreus, as you've been floating down the river trying to look for a place to land ashore, you come upon this port city. It's a nice little harbor, and the current for the river actually eddies into the harbor. And so you don't even have to try to get out. Like, the current just pulls you right into the harbor where the water is still, and you just kind of float along up toward the docks. And you get there, you notice that there's nobody. It's desolate. For what looks to be a nice city, or decent sized walled city, good stone ports and things like that, there seems to be no one around. So you get out and you start making your way around the town, and it looks like something tragic has happened here. There's many buildings that are torn and smashed. There's all kinds of weird plants that are grown everywhere up over everything. Vines, roots, thorns, thistles, just all kinds of nature of entanglement around different buildings and things all around. And so you realize that this is a walled city along the water's edge, and you follow the wall around through the village to where you find a gate and a hole in the actual wall to the city. As you turn the corner, you notice that there's a little smoke coming up from the ground where it appears that there was a fire there previously. Little burning embers, but no actual flame. You had a couple people standing around here.
First thing I'm going to do is roll sense motive.
Okay. Could I get a spot from you or listen? Both? Same with you, sir. Shameless plug, as you've seen earlier, we use these beautiful rolling boxes that we do make ourselves and are wonderful.
I'm trying to get a real sense of the demeanor.
4 on the spot, 8 on the listen.
26 on the spot and a 19 on the listen.
All right, so you happen to be looking that direction, and you see this well-armored guy turn the corner, and it stands out to you really seriously because you've never seen armor like that. The metal it's made out of seems to be really elaborate, ornate, and beautiful.
Metal. That's full plate.
Yep, that's what I thought. Full plate, and you're holding a big.
I have
yep.
full
So
blade on my back and 2
he's got
swords
the
and a long bow.
massive blade on his back, just huge. Nothing in hand though.
Just hand would be on a short sword.
Okay.
Aurelius.
So you sense motive. What was your sense motive?
Gentleman over here.
25.
25. So you realize you seem to be stepping in on like a confusion moment. There doesn't this isn't a group of friends standing around having a chat. You can see the remnants of entanglement left over in the area. You can see the little smoldering fire. The demeanors of the people that are here don't seem to be like jolly or joyous. There seems to be tension in the air from whatever's transpiring. You look across where these embers are, and there seems to be a very well-dressed, poised man in a green suit. He's got these little plants kind of growing on him here and there. You see he's holding a staff, which is a wooden staff, and looks like some kind of growing plant almost, except that the canopy of the staff looks similar to like a mushroom. And so as you're looking at him, go ahead and roll me a spot check, please.
checks fully in yet. That'll be 17.
So you watch Scurry ride off his shoulder, down his arm, and onto the cap of his staff. Some kind of little mushroom thing. Like has feet. Looks almost like a mix between a mushroom and an octopus almost. Because the way that its feet look similar to tentacles, and it kind of moves along the ground, not the ground, but down his arm, using those tentacle-like feet. But the top of it is for sure a mushroom. It's got a red cap, white spots. Almost Amanita muscaria looking type mushroom, except real smooth and almost slimy looking from your point of view rather than bumpy and rough. Next to him seem to, at first what you see is two wolves, until you realize they're wolves in form, but they're made out of plants also. And so this is really confusing to you, having not experienced any druidic stuff or very minimal druidic magic and things like that. Okay, that completes yours. Aurelius, what are you doing?
Well, I was eyeballing, what is his name? Eritar, but then Donovan said, "Hey, look over here." So as I look back over,
You also see the man standing in the open gate. Same thing catches your eye. The armor he's wearing, the full plate. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's sickeningly gorgeous because of all the metal he's wearing. Like this, but it's very elaborate and almost noble looking, and in quality.
I'm gonna approach him, but kind of keep an eye over my shoulder at what was his name? Eritar.
That's your 30 feet there.
Yeah, just walking, running.
Like, what happened here?
Gesture to the vines. With my knowledge that being a Druidic kingdom, even like metal armor is not from around here, right?
Yeah, for sure. The coloration that is on the armor, the decals and designs in it. Do you have any kind of knowledge, nobility, anything like that?
I do.
I mean, you went to, you may have encountered similar symbolism.
11.
You haven't. You have not encountered it. It is definitely noble of some kind, though. Once you look at it, you realize the symbols on it are crests. They're definitely family symbols and things like that might indicate ranks and houses and lineages and things like that. One thing that does stand out to you in the symbolism, actually, Ian, would you have any indicators on there? I'll ask you. It's your character before I just give it out.
I mean,
Your mother?
I'd have
the stuff we discussed?
I'd have the symbol patch on my pauldron.
Okay, so that's what we'll go on his pauldron specifically. You see that there's a crest, and you absolutely recognize that crest. It's the same crest that's on his suit. It's the Thornheart crest. Please spot that for me real quick. You can have a spot check. You can have a spot check also too. Yeah, your back is turned to Aurelius.
24.
15.
Okay. Yeah.
Hail and well met, traveler.
Well met. Hopefully, the rest of everything isn't like this.
I don't know too much about that. We've had some catastrophes recently. What brings you here?
Survival.
Same with us.
At this point, it's eerily quiet.
Well, I mean, it is a ruined city, so
Just putting that out there,
Is it
you're having a
daylight outside
conversation.
right now?
It is.
Okay. Bright daylight.
you're welcome to travel with us, stranger.
That sounds good to me. Better than nothing.
Stick out my hand, walk up to you. Name's Aurelius.
I'm shaking. I'm Atreus.
Good to meet you, Atreus.
Good to meet you too.
This is my companion, Donovan Cypress. Some of our other traveling companions have gone to look for survivors.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm not a big fan of metal.
That's unfortunate.
With your 24, you realize there are birds landing.
Ooh. They seem to be
Birds?
in a particular order, like specifically circular. Or is it just random splotches?
I don't give a shit about birds.
They're just landing like they're flocking in.
Hey
Like
guys,
the opposite. Like if you ever walk into an area where there's birds congregated and they flock outward, it's completely the opposite. So from nowhere, these birds just start flying in, one at a time. Just start landing
what
around you.
kind of birds there, and whether they're exhibiting normal behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. 11.
Yeah, there are all kinds of random birds. Sparrows, a couple robins, some cardinals. As far as normal behavior, they probably wouldn't normally just land around you in this manner, especially like when you're moving and talking. Normally it'd be startled and fly off, but they're birds.
Hey guys,
You
seeing this?
You look, as he's pointed out, you realize you see them. You see bloop, 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 bloop. The birds just start landing.
I'm just pointing out their relics. Is this normal?
No, but we've had a slew of weird things happen recently, so just stay on your toes. Donovan, do you know?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on the birds landing like right in front of me, in the direction I'm facing currently.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't recall what I rolled for that. It's just a cone. And let's see, Detect Magic. One standard action, conscious illumination, concentration up to 1 minute per level, saving throw none, spell resistance no. You detect magical auras. The amount of information reveals depends on how long you study a particular area or object. First round is the presence or absence of magical auras.
Alright, so as you begin to cast, you're waving your hands. Is verbal and somatic?
It is, yes, verbal and somatic.
So you begin to move your hands and you start to say words. And the moment you do, the bird in front of you is no longer a bird. It's a druid
Oh,
wearing the garb of the order
wait.
and immediately yells, "Halt!" and begins to grab your hands. Grapple
Wait.
check.
Hold on. Which order?
The order.
Okay, but there's
Only one order. That's the order.
grapple. It's gonna be a 13.
You're locked hand in hand with him now. Like he just grabs your wrists. Like, whoa. No magic cast. And he looks around and he's like, everybody. Bloop, 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 bloop. All of them just, they burst out like they're all
Can I
druids.
take a 5-foot step towards Mytho? Well, towards Aurelius.
There you go.
So they're all druids. This guy's holding your hands. He's like, everybody just chill out, calm
No
down.
magic.
Calm down.
Understood.
Yep.
Hands up.
I'm
Don't
choosing
shoot.
Aurelius as the guarded option for the stand your ground feat.
He's the one you're guarding? Gotcha. I'm just clarifying that's what it's for, like, peace. All right. So, you hands up. What are you doing?
I'm not moving.
I'm tensed up. I don't know where birds came and then flipped into people.
So this one right here stands up, and now that you got a chance to look around, you realize they're all in grays. Like their suits, which you know to mean they haven't graduated yet, most of them. And so there are only a couple out here that, like, we'll say this one, this one, this one, this one, and then especially this guy. And so there are only 4 or 5 out here that actually have the full garb on, meaning they've graduated, they've progressed, they're
Same
higher
garb
level.
as him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Same garb he's wearing. Not at all as fancy as the other druid that is no
I
longer
recognize
around
any of
here.
them?
That's what I was about to ask.
Let's roll. I'll give each of you a wisdom check.
That's my stuff right there.
I ain't know anything.
8.
You sure do not. They're all
23.
druids, no paladins. You didn't go to school with any of them. And none of them you recognize locally.
23. Rolled a 19 on the day.
You recognize the guy who grabbed your hands. Like, you've gone to school with him.
Yeah.
Yep, like, his name is Josh. Like, he just,
Josh.
yep. He's like, yeah, I know
You
Donovan.
okay?
He's like, well, yeah. Well, I just don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt, man. It's a
Understood.
shame what's going on. It's a shame. I can't believe you guys did this.
Did what?
Well, rebellion.
Rebellion?
And at that point, this guy here starts to talk. He's like, that's enough of that. You know what we're here for.
No, I don't. So I'm going to walk up.
I'm just falling right behind him.
The moment you step near him, he steps back. Halt. Don't come any closer. This doesn't need to get ugly.
I could
Keep
say
me
the
within
same.
10 feet of Mcbell. Well, Aurelius.
There. I'm going to do the whole spiel of paladin authority. Like, by this right, I have this command, and I order you to explain yourself.
Yeah. He reaches right in his robe. He pulls it out. And he's like, well, by the order of the Grand Druid, all rebellion has been ordered to be ceased. All rebellious druids and paladins are ordered arrested. And so that's what we're here for.
May I see that?
Yeah, he hands it right over to you. You notice as you grab it, the parchment turns gray. It goes from like a white parchment to a gray. The text is still there. It's written in black ink.
Can I detect lies on this?
What do you mean by detect lies?
Can
Like,
I-
you have
can
a- some kind of magic? Or you mean like a
Like,
sense
yeah,
motive?
is this like illusioned? Is this like?
We'll
Did
see.
you say?
We'll see.
Ooh, that's good.
Right? But
20. No.
It's real.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna spend a few minutes like
Yep.
read through this.
You read it over, and it's an indictment. It looks like you all have been accused of conspiring against the order and attempting to start a dark druidic order. And you've also been charged with the death of all of the people in Esterbay, the crimes that have happened the previous day at the ceremony. It looks like all of this has been pinned on you.
I didn't do any of it.
That's why they write in
Okay.
that line at the end that says, and conspirators.
The bird showed up whenever I did, so.
Roll it back up and hand it back to him.
He says, now, by all those orders and rights, are you going to shut up and come peacefully?
Yeah, who is your superior?
Archdruid Niffin. Yeah, you should roll a knowledge there for sure.
Could I roll a sense motive on this situation?
You absolutely can.
7.
I deal with a lot of the other.
Yep, absolutely. Would you get Aurelius?
7.
7? Okay, well. That name seems extremely familiar, but you cannot at all place it.
How do you spell it?
Niffin. Niffin.
30. I got a plus 11 to sense motive, and I rolled a 19.
Your bullshit meter is going off. Like, there is something you obviously don't know any of these people. You don't know any of the rules of this land or what have you or what's going on. But you've been in high society enough that you can tell when something odd is at play. Like, this is definitely some kind of inter-political problem. And like I said, your bullshit meters are just going off. You can tell there's something odd. Especially about this guy here with the scroll. Like his behavior, like not just the way he's being disrespectful or rude to Aurelius, but the way he's almost smug about it. It's not that he's just being rude because he's like got a power trip, but that like he seems to already have an idea in his head of what's going to be happening or what should
Can
be
I roll
happening.
an intimidate to call him out?
Yeah, you can
I
try.
actually did just have an idea. If these are all druids, where's the
28.
paladins? So yeah, go with him first.
28. And if they count as nobility, I get a +2 to that.
Well, he specifically doesn't, so I won't give you the +2 for him. You got a 20 what?
28.
Oh, yeah, all right. So he is rather intimidated, and he's like, well, I don't care what you say. I don't know who you are, but unless you're one of these conspirators, I'd say that this is your opportunity to get out of here before you become arrested, too. You should just take your turn and leave.
I don't know you. Get out of here.
Well, you can, buddy.
I'm gonna roll a diplomacy.
From
try
intimidation to diplomacy, huh?
I'm gonna try and call him out.
What are you... say
that
what
he
you're
is,
saying.
like-
Like, what are you going to say to him? Like,
I'm-
say it to him. Call him out. What do you...
I'm calling him out that he's lying to them. That there is something fishy going on here more than what it should be. I'm gonna try. Actually,
Not have I said our lies. I handed him the scroll. Like,
I'm gonna try and roll a sense motive to see if the others are in the same agreement as him, or if they're a little bit less knowing.
sure.
That is going to be 11 plus 11, so 22.
All of the ones that are wearing these gray garb that aren't fancier looking, like you see that Donovan, the guy you were just previously talking to before they all showed up, you notice like the robes he's wearing, about half of them are wearing those same robes. They all seem comfortable in this situation. Not that they're happy about it, but that they're not like nervous or fidgety. They're just there for whatever's about to happen. But the ones in gray, they are super fidgety. They're just like, you can tell they are so nervous. And they're panning back and forth. They're looking, including this guy right here. What did we say his name was?
Josh.
Josh, that's right. Thank you. So even Josh there especially. Josh hasn't graduated yet. Donovan, that's how you know him, because you are going to graduate and he's the class behind you. And so you've dealt with Josh before at school, at the Order, at the Academy. And so he's super nervous. And you could tell from the moment he grabbed his hands in the beginning, he's been shaking the whole time. Like he's really weird about what's going on.
So it was obvious that Josh knew him the way they talked, right?
Absolutely. You could
Okay.
tell their interaction was like, because he says, like, oh, Josh.
I'm gonna try and play off the people that are fidgety, and I'm gonna roll a diplomacy to try to talk to them and be like, don't you see that there's something wrong here? I mean, you know this person, and as much as I've talked to them, they've seemed kind and not a terrible person or would do these things. I'm gonna try and just play off of them.
Diplomacy is what you're doing?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, once he says something
29.
fishy.
Got it.
Once he says something fishy, it's gonna clue me in. Where's your paladin?
So, perfect. So you say that out loud.
I
The
directly at
moment-
this guy. Where's your paladin?
The moment you say those words, you see an instant change in his demeanor and the reaction to how he's been talking to you. And he's like, oh, okay. So you think the paladins are in charge of everything. First of all, you had your opportunity to leave. As far as I'm concerned, at this point, you're one of the co-conspirators of this problem. And who cares about the paladins? They're not in charge here. This is an order from the Druidic Council. It doesn't have anything to do with the paladins. If the paladins were really in charge, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
I'm gonna cut him off and
Now.
continue talking to.
And you
the
see him put
Grey
his
Cloak
hand up
people.
like this. The moment he does that,
Did
the
they know?
ground just erupts all around you. Hundreds of vines just whoosh. Imagine Entangle times, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Just woof, instantly just growing over you. And you see that they're literally all focusing in on it. They're all group magicking and entangled on you.
Did none of the people in gray react whenever I was speaking to them, pointing out like that there was something wrong?
Not outwardly. You can tell you unnerved them even more, but none of them outwardly react or spoke.
I'm gonna continue speaking, saying like they're doing this.
I need you to roll a reflex. You roll
You
a
get
reflex.
plus
roll a
3 to your
Everybody
reflex.
rolls
since
a
you're my Vanguard
reflex.
option.
Plus you said 3?
Yeah.
10.
21.
25.
10.
So you're just stunned. You're standing there like you and Josh. Like you're just like what?
What is
Yep.
going on?
So like
As soon as
it's
he
just
said,
wrapping up on you.
when I asked him where his paladin was, he went, well,
Yep,
I was immediately like on guard.
Well,
And then he did-
about that. Yep. All right, so this round you are not entangled, but it is growing so rapidly. Every round it'll be entangling you.
Good.
Your turn.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
He is not actively casting, for the record, so that I want to make
Okay.
that clear before you engage with
I
him
have a
that he is
10-foot
not.
reach. I would get an attack opportunity on somebody in my reach casting.
This guy right here, sure.
Yeah.
If you're going to attack,
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I'm watching his. Well, I've been watching his demeanor, so I was watching to see if he was.
I mean,
Not dry my blade. I'm just gonna try to tackle the guy in front.
you
of
have an attack of opportunity if you're going to take it, but now's your decision of to take it or not. Especially you passed your reflex really well, so I'll let you take it if you want, but that's a choice you'll have to live with.
I'm just gonna trip attack him. I can do it as attack opportunity.
Yeah.
That is gonna be a. That'll be 16 plus 9, so a 25. So just.
Boop. Put him on a 1. You totally just swoop his feet straight out. He's not even paying attention.
The moment you
He
start to
starts
cast it.
moving his hands and saying some odd, like he's saying some stuff
How
in
many
some
people are-
language. The language they're saying when they speak, it's the language your mother used to use when she said nursery rhymes to you as a child. You've heard that language before. You don't like speak it, but you've heard it. And so like you
Well,
hear them
actually,
starting,
I have
he's
a
like,
question.
whoop. You just feed out from under him.
He's just one of the regular ones. He isn't a grade 1, right?
Correct.
Okay. I don't want to touch the grade ones. That's.
Yep. Yeah, he's an actual level druid. Okay. Back around to you. Your legs are entangled and it has grown up just past your knees.
As long as you're
So
within
you
my
cannot
10-foot
walk.
reach,
You
get
cannot
plus
have a
3.
move action in that regard. But everything
saves.
waist higher is
And
free.
plus
So what
2
do you
to
wish
your
to do?
AC.
You're gonna have to remember.
Okay,
I got most of it.
Aurelius, is there a list of names on those papers?
No, but I think you skipped me because I was gonna try to tackle the guy. in
Oh,
front of
I
me.
did. Sorry. You're right. Sorry.
15 on the die plus my base attack.
Yeah, sure.
Now that he asked that, I'm gonna call it up.
It's 19.
Be like,
21.
what if he's the traitor and just trying to pin on other classmates? I'm gonna try and roll a diplomacy for that.
You don't know.
You don't know their classmates. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't know any of those details.
it's just then I'm gonna point out and be like,
They're just people in
he's trying to
different
pin it on
outfits.
other people.
All right. So, define tackle. Like, walk me through what you're trying to do. You just diving onto him,
Yeah, football tackle.
running through him,
grapple.
trying to grapple. If
Yeah.
you're- All right. Roll the grapple.
All right. Can I use what I rolled?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. 21.
Yep. All right. So you grapple him.
Yep.
You just drop him to the ground. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm
Boom.
pinning him. I
Yep.
got my manacles. I'm like, nope, something's fishy going on here.
Well, you're grappled, so you won't
Yep.
manacle him, but you are
In the
grappled. with
process,
him.
yep.
Yep. And we'll go round for round, and you'll break him down. Okay. So, go ahead now. Sorry.
Please stay down. Please stay down. Just-
Man.
I'm gonna spend my round trying to break free from the entanglement. I don't remember what I roll. Is it a strength?
Okay, so yes, that is one way you could do it, but just going forward, one of the things that we could be pressing harder that I think we don't do much, and this is kind of my tip to you outside of game DM wise,
Countering it.
counter spelling it.
Yeah.
Like that is way more effective as a druid than it would be trying to fight the continuously growing vines
Yeah.
than to be
Yeah, but I
suppressing
thought
it.
I can't remember. I thought
Continuous effects you can't counterspell after it's casted.
yeah.
It has to be whenever you cast it. for normal.
As far as the druids go, if it's something ongoing active, because what's happening right now is they're actively pushing it on you, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So it's
I
like
will take that
casting
in
each
consideration. Yes,
round.
yeah, and so I will take that into consideration normally, but this I don't think applies here. I think it's something because they're actively doing it. You can actively. Yeah.
Oh, in that case. What is it?
I
That
benefit
plus
from
my
having allies nearby.
spell DC or something? Which would be...
Well, it's burning the spell as long as you.
It's
Okay, yeah.
Fails,
yeah,
yeah.
that's-
standard
yeah.
fucking.
All right. So you spend your standard action and you successfully counterspell the entanglement on you, and you free up your whole 5-foot square.
Has two things.
And so you still have your movement.
Range, and the other is two designated allies.
You can move this round
That's my
unimpeded.
swift action.
Pretty good.
It's like dodge, but
Okay.
backwards. Bonuses to allies instead of me.
How do you have reach?
I have a full blade.
I'm going to dive next to...
That's my ancestral relic.
Actually, which ones near me are actually robed in my similar robes?
Let me go through. I'll put threes.
Okay, you have the D6s as the... Okay.
Here, I'll put 3s on the ones that are robed similarly to you, and then I'll put 1 on everyone that's a noob. I'm gonna put 6 on this guy that's tripped then.
And I thought Josh hadn't graduated yet, so wouldn't he be a D4 as well?
He will be. Well, then I didn't have enough d4s. He'll just be a 1. He'll be a
Oh.
1 on the dice. But you are correct. He is gray robed.
Okay. Josh, I don't want to fight. You don't see what's going on here? No questions asked. We're just they're immediately trying to detain us.
He's like, who am I to question an archdruid and the grand druid? You can't even question them. What do you mean no questions asked? It's on the document. What questions are supposed to be asked?
Okay, there's no specified people on the document, and you guys are just immediately trying to take me in.
It's called orders. You normally follow them, or at least maybe you don't.
What do the orders say specifically?
They say to arrest any co-conspirators here left over.
How do you know I'm a co-conspirator?
We don't until we arrest and question you.
Okay, if that's the case. Well, I'm not going to fight. That's,
Well, I
that's
hope
the
you
end of
don't,
it.
for your sake.
That's the end of it. That's my turn. Yeah,
Okay.
That's all I'm done.
Gotcha.
I mean, I was pointing out to the others, like, I'm still talking.
Oh, yeah, you keep
to other
talking.
people.
No, you're not getting any reaction. Like I said, they're definitely fidgety and nervous, but you heard this interchange over here. As far as they're concerned, these are orders from not only an archdruid, but the grand druid himself.
Take my 5-foot step
Which direction?
towards.
Towards Aurelius?
Yep,
Got
I need
it.
to keep him 10 feet.
I gotcha.
Um,
He's actually still in this square, technically, with that guy grappled square. So
and then I'm just gonna ready my action for Vanguard.
okay. Back to you, Aurelius.
I'm getting him and I'm trying to wrestle him down to the ground. Be like, I will surrender only to a paladin equal rank or higher to myself.
He says, well, you're about to die if you keep doing this.
And then I trip him.
All right, yep. Trip him up.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Quit resisting. Quit
Where is it?
resisting.
18 on the die.
Boom, successful. You just
Nerd!
boom. Yep.
Get on the ground.
Quit resisting!
Quit resisting. Yep. So you successfully trip him. You got him on the ground. Yeah. That's your standard, and at this point, you've got him in such a position. You did call manacles out a while ago. You can use your move action if you want him to.
Yeah, no,
Manacle him up.
Well, I've got him like pinned with one arm in my leg.
Yep.
Pull out the manacles.
Roll an attack roll.
Okay. 13.
Oh yeah, you beat his flat-footed DC.
Yep. No. Once I've got him handcuffed, I'm gonna stick my hand up under his armpit, like haul him up. Keep, I guess, grappled. Is that technically I'm still grappling him?
Yeah, you still got him grappled. He's
Yeah.
grappled and shackled.
I'm just gonna address the crowd like, I have no ill intent towards any of you. However, I will only surrender to a paladin of equal or greater rank than myself. Take me to your leader.
You say as you have their leader handcuffed.
Take me to your your higher leader.
To the other
Look how
leader.
swiftly I just took him down. I will do the same to you. And I don't have enough handcuffs for all of you.
I'm gonna try.
Get creative.
Your county, I'm looking for the feds.
Roll a bluff.
I'm a
Start
sheriff.
talking them into saying that he's the way that he's acting, that he's actually one of the conspirators trying to blame it on others.
Yeah, you keep saying those words, but they're not supported by anything. When you say the
Point
way
out,
he's
like,
acting.
there's no listed names. The way he's trying to target other people that aren't his small group. He's choosing anyone that isn't himself because he is the conspirator.
Right. You see this druid here. He has one of those same green robes on. Except he has like this little filigreed sash, golden twine on it.
Is he valedictorian?
But you hear him say, that's awfully odd from a foreigner. Isn't it illegal for you to even be in this country right now during wartime? So what about that, paladin? Aiding and abetting a criminal?
No, I've
Such
heritage
great
here.
thing?
I'm allowed here.
That's not how this works. There is a ban on all foreigners. What say you about that, paladin?
One, from my background. One, do I know we're at war?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we discussed that for sure. You know the color wars are going on. You
Okay.
also know that the boundary has been set up around the kingdom, and that all foreigners are forbidden.
Okay. I did not know he was a foreigner. He wore the same crest as this other fellow.
Yeah, that's real definitive, he says. Other fellow? He's like looking around.
Actually, yeah, where did he go? Now that wait, where did that other guy go?
Yeah.
Donovan, where did
Could you roll a will save, please?
Ooh, nat 20. Spot me.
Sweet.
Feels good. I don't know what's going on here. However,
Yeah. That's one. 2, 3. Go ahead and roll 2 more.
you said will save.
Mm-hmm.
8. 17.
Okay. So, you turn into a dog. Boop. You instantly realize from your education at the Order, one of these druids have to be decently higher power than you are. You instantly recognize that spell as one they talk up to you that you get to learn one day, and it's called Baleful Polymorph. So you basically turn a subject into a harmless animal, so they stop doing what they're doing. And so, boop, he turns into a dog.
Oof, shit.
Do I
Did
hear?
I was gonna say, did I see it or hear?
They're all casting. They're all saying words and moving hands, like they're all
Yeah.
in the process of casting. And so, yes, you absolutely do, and you are unsure of who casted what. Because the entanglement is continuously happening too. In which case, roll a reflex at a -5, please.
And then you get your.
And then
plus
you
3.
reflex also.
Ooh, yeah.
This is the piece.
Okay.
You said I get +3, +3. That'd be 9. Even
Okay.
with the -5.
So your little dog self is just entangled and wrapped up. He takes his turn and gets to his feet.
I was gonna say, am I close enough to him? Since I was holding him, would the entangle also entangle him?
Well, when you got baleful polymorphed, you're no longer holding him. You don't have hands anymore. You know, boop, turn into a dog on your feet. Boop. Out of nowhere, you heard bippity boppity boo. Pew. So he stands to his feet and he's like, now.
He's still handcuffed behind his back.
Yep, he sure does. Takes this opportunity, just kicks the crap out of you as a dog.
Since he attacked Mitbo, I
Who's
get
that?
attack
Aurelius?
opportunity on him. Oh, sorry, Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that attacks him, I get an attack opportunity for.
So the other side of him,
It's
yeah,
whenever-
10-foot reach, right?
Yeah,
Nope.
I was about to say because it's whenever someone attack. Oh, it's usually
Yeah, yeah. If
people
he were
usually
here,
don't have
here,
reach weapons.
yeah.
That is weird because it is whenever somebody takes an attack opportunity. Well, it's whenever they take an attack on him.
But you're
that I get
behind
an
him,
attack
though. Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah. Well, you can't hit somebody on the other side of him.
What size of a dog am I?
It's a dog. Like hunter
Which is
size.
small.
Yeah, but you have a 10-foot reach. 5, 10, 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't threaten that square. You only threaten the one he's in.
Just
If he were
out of
back
reach.
one square, if they were both moved back one, sure. But yeah, just out of reach. You can swing right over the top of the dog and that's it.
There you go.
Yeah. So you just punted your dog self. Boop.
Well, I had my action ready to attack if somebody attacked him. That was what I readied my action on whenever you asked.
Sure.
So would I just be able to take the 5-foot step to go up?
No. No. Readying your action doesn't let you break the rule of reach. I mean, if it were here, 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 those would all be valid. But he's not. He's on the other side. And so it doesn't negate the fact that you can't reach him.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. You're still ready. If any of these other people moved in, but you're still ready for that. But it doesn't pertain to this guy here, which is out of your reach. He looks down at you and he's like, now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. We can turn you back into yourself, and you can give me a key, and unlock these stupid things, and we can take you back to Archdruid Niffin, and we can get this settled. Or the next group of druids that come in here, they're not going to play nice.
Woof. Bark. Woof.
Good answer. All right, so you see him nod. He nods at this guy right here. And you're back to you. And he puts his hands out. He's like, can we just get this over with now? Are they behind him?
Yeah.
Whatever. So
I
then,
handcuffed him behind him.
well, you didn't specify. You say you
Right.
handcuffed him. But all right, I'll take it. But all right, so it's like, we're going to get this done now or what? He turns his back to you with the cuffs.
Thinking. I didn't know.
Can you roll me a fortitude save, please?
Sure. I was about to say, I don't know which of anybody who casted that on me, so I can't mitigate anything.
Did I hear somebody stop casting?
18.
Good night. You watch, because you got the point of view. You'll see part of this. But you watch this guy fall out, this guy fall out, this guy fall out. Donovan falls over, and Josh falls over too. They all just sleep out. Just everybody over here. They just sleep out. You see Josh and Donovan just like, they're over there like, you know, Josh is all nervous. Donovan's like, just cast his stuff. It's sort of like, you know, there's got this weird moment, and they just fall out, both of them. And not even a hard thump. I mean, there's, you know, foliage and plants and everything all over, so they just kind of right into the stuff. Spot check. Actually,
Sure.
negative 20.
Well, as soon as I see somebody,
It's gonna be
Oh yeah, you just see him drop, just boom.
I don't know.
46.
Perfect.
I was gonna say I kick the guy's the back of his knee, I watch him crumple and then grab him.
Yep. No. Roll your attack roll. Take the back of his knee. You see, as all of these people look so confused, they're literally looking at each other, like that moment, like that when you're in a group and people have that "did you do that" moment, and they're all like looking at each other, like.
I'm gonna point straight at the dude in the middle and be like, "He did it."
Yeah, that's convincing. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from
He did it. Yeah.
We're
The guy backwards.
Yeah, you just yell. He did it. They're all like,
Backwards and
yep, exactly. Yeah.
well, where I'm
That's
from,
convincing.
wizards do stuff like that. They don't speak, and then magic happens. Like,
That's a very valid point.
Is he flat-footed?
Oh, for sure.
He's not expecting it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
8?
yeah, that's still not enough.
Okay.
You kick the back of his leg, and he just kind of steps a little bit. He's like, oh! At that point, it's enough that he turns to see them fall. Like, he turns and sees them.
Is that really good or really
No, it
bad?
was in that one. You don't see anything. He's so distracted by you kicking him. He's like, oh, what the hell? Oh.
look.
Then you see it happen again. 2, 3, 4.
Is our spore boy back? Our
Eritar,
mushroom guy?
Eritar can't do that.
Not a clue.
Yep. They'll be all fours. Yep, you see all of them drop out. Fortitude save, fortitude save.
You get a +3 since you're near me. I just won't give you anything for what I
6. You said +3?
Yeah.
Holy shit. 12. 30.
26.
So, you guys are so hyped. Your adrenaline's pumping. There is no kind of sedative and or tranquilizer at this point that will apparently put you down. So you watch as the entire crowd, including
I'm gonna catch him so he doesn't.
like, yeah, you just watch him like he just all of them. They all just and the entanglement stops. Doesn't dissipate, it just stops. And it's dead silent again.
I'm looking around and then I draw my sword.
You look around and you realize standing right behind the new guy with the armor. Grando Sport Boy. He says, well, I thought I was going to get to leave, but apparently you guys are rebellious.
Are you rebellious?
I don't know. That depends on what that word actually means, I guess.
Out of game, I'm just envisioning me and Aurelius just jumping between all these vines to get around it, and then just the puffs of spore everywhere, and then we're just still perfectly fine. Everybody else is just down.
Because that's exactly what it was like. Poof, poof, poof. It was
The
3.
companion can let it go anywhere, so
3.
it can.
Mm-hmm. It was 3 puffs. Like this crowd, this crowd, this crowd. Boop, boop, boop.
I don't know about you. This seems like the better option than whatever these people were offering.
I just want to know what the heck is going on around here.
Well, it appears that there's a conflict between the people that wear those green robes, and, well, I mean, I guess the gray ones too, and people that don't. He looks at you and he goes, "Where'd you get the symbol on your pauldron?"
My mom.
He looks down at the symbol on his chest, which is the same one. It's like, well, that's where I got mine too.
She painted mine.
I grew this one.
Well, they're talking about like, oh yeah, my mom gave me this one. Oh, my mom gave me this one too. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back with the guy that I'm still holding. I'm gonna like shift him from like human shield to like putting myself between them.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. He says, well, technically you shouldn't be here according to all of those people. But those words I heard you say before I think are kind of right. That symbol on your shoulder means you probably have more right to be here than they do. So, I think that's why I came back, actually. Rather curious. Not met any new relatives in a while. Fair warning, most of the others don't like me.
Probably won't like me either. So,
Take a
looking back at you, Aurelius.
wait.
Are you continuously moving back?
I'm actually
while they're
kind of
having the
diagonal
discussion?
towards Donovan because I'm gonna
Got
try to
it.
check, like kick him. Like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Fortitude.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
He's like, get up.
Like I'm not
That
breaking
one.
eye contact with the
That one?
That one. You knocked me out further.
You and Josh are just cuddled. You guys are just over there just sleep, just snoring out, just cuddle.
I think it's best that we take the gray robes and separate them from these green robe guys. They seem to have doubts about what
I mean,
you're holding and the green robes were saying.
definitely agree with that. Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan! Progressively kicking you harder, randomly, because I'm not breaking
I'll
eye
give you one
contact.
more.
A 10.
He is snoring so loud. That's so loud. You happen to accidentally wake up Josh, though. You see him open his eyes, just looking around like, oh my God. He starts to get to his feet. He's like, what's...
Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan! Wake
He
up,
looks
Donovan!
over and he's like, the prince? He's wanted too.
And I look down at him. I'm like, the who?
He's like pointing right at him. He says, the prince. He's wanted for treason against the order. It's like, I was skeptical, but I guess you guys are rebels. Oh my God. I can't believe Donovan would do this.
As I'm knocked out on the ground right next to him.
Oh, good grief.
He grows a tiny, tiny, tiny set of balls and attempts to pull the guy out of your hands. He's like,
I'm gonna use
The
the flat
lieutenant!
side of my blade. I'm gonna smack him across the face.
all right, roll it up.
Nat 20, non-lethal.
And his roll, too. Like, he reaches his hands out and just,
Stay down.
oh, no, he didn't pass out on that one. Thumped him in the head. He's like, oh! Oh! He's just
Crying.
like
First
yelling,
time.
ah!
First time getting hit.
You are hearing all of this go on back there. Erotar's like, are you having troubles back there, or what's going on?
Well,
Why are you
Apparently-
acting all awkward?
apparently you're the prince, and apparently you're rebelling. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Well, according to them in their paper, you're rebelling.
If he's royalty, how can he rebel against the royalty?
Because we don't have a king.
Only an insider would make the most obvious point. Or outsider. Sorry, insider.
I
was
can't.
hey, Freudian slip. But that's what he says. Like, only an outsider could make the obvious point. How could I be rebellious? I mean, after all, it's my family's kingdom.
Am I right? Was it the great-grandfather?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the great-grandfather gave up that position.
Well, that's what some people think. Others think it was taken.
This is happening outside too, so just saying, you might want to get this problem fixed before it keeps getting worse.
I'm gonna step out here and check on these fellows real quick.
No, we gotta wait.
Up!
Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan! Wake up, Donovan!
I'm having the best sleep of my life.
The description of the spores say that it peacefully puts them to sleep.
I'm chilling, dude.
Specifies peacefully.
I'm sleeping so well.
That means
I'm
there's
actually
spores
gonna
that don't peacefully.
I'm just saying, I'm sleeping so well, I'm actually going to get my spell slots back for
Very
today.
nice.
I'm
Very
sleeping
nice.
that well. Yeah.
Poor Josh. I rocked his shit. I only feel a little bit bad. Actually, how much damage would that be? D10. I guess it depends on how he does criticals. Does he do like Ian does max damage and then a roll, or?
Your weapon should have. It'd be like
I think
critical
he just
times.
does.
I think he just
dex
does times 2.
That's
Yeah.
times 2. Okay. That's 6, 8, 8 non-lethal. Smacked him. I didn't mean to hit him that hard.
Whoa!
Oh.
That sounds expensive.
Okay. Well, sorry I'm not much help right now, guys.
No, you're fine. That was a really good fortitude save.
All right.
I changed what I'm using.
Okay. Come back in and things have happened. Wow. Rocket Man! Okay.
I'm gonna try to jostle the guy that I'm holding awake. Wake up, wake up, wake up. While kicking Donovan too. Wake up, 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 wake up.
Nope, not him. Go ahead.
Come on. Okay, that's cocked. That's gonna be a 16.
Okay, so yeah, you wake up. You wake up to getting kicked in the head. Like, you hear, wake up, wake up, wake up. You're like, oh, stop, stop, stop.
It's the prince. Get up.
Yes, sir.
The prince points past you toward them and he's like, I think you might be a problem. And it's like, and then pointing.
As soon as he does that, I'm throwing this guy over my shoulder like a fireman, just trucking it.
Trucking it.
Down, 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 down. Just like putting distance and buildings between me and him.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here.
Roll a reflex and then a fortitude.
Ooh, 17 on the die for the reflex. That's 8. I can't do math. 25 on the reflex.
All right. So you got 30 feet movement?
Yes, sir. Well, actually, if I'm doing... It's 20 feet of movement, but if I'm doing all my movement, what is that, a hustle? So that's 40?
Well, you can't.
Okay.
Not in the entangle and carrying a guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's 20 feet, and then you said... What else?
20 feet
What was the
there.
next?
Yeah. Fortitude.
Okay. Going there. Fortitude, that is 20.
You're feeling drowsy. Like, you breathe in a breath as you're going, and it tastes horrible. Like, you realize you breathed in something, and you just instantly, like, feel this head buzzy,
I stopped breathing.
world spinny, like, feeling. Like, oh, and it just makes you drowsy. You don't fall asleep, but you definitely have, like, that almost unconscious moment. Like, if you've ever, like, almost fell asleep and catch yourself, it's literally one of those moments where you're just like, oh, and you realize, oof. He ran off and it hit him there, so Donovan, you actually don't have to roll then. If he would have stand next to you, you were about to just drop right back out. You're like, I'm awake.
I'm gonna walk and like try and help Donovan out.
You gonna turn and go this way?
Yeah.
You can have a spot check.
Thank you. 18 plus plus 9.
You see the prince turn and scurry off.
Just leave.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get out of here.
So you go over, you make your way over to him, help him up. You hear him say that behind you before you take your next turn, because he'll be going order. So you hear him like helping him up, and you hear him like, "Well, I don't know what's going on." All right, you guys see him just trucking off. This guy left. You in which?
I'm trying to go down this alley.
This alley?
Yeah. I'm gonna yell over my shoulder. Come on, Donovan!
You coming with?
I think we need to help the people in the gray robes. They're being forced into doing whatever the fellow that he took, the green robes, were doing.
I'm trying to put
Oh, I think it's
distance.
this way. Gotcha.
So, without any solid proof, I honestly doubt they would rebel the quote-unquote orders they were given.
Seems like this fellow cares about you, though. And I'm gonna literally just try and pick up Josh.
Okay, let's go.
Let's street check.
Oh, easy money.
Yeah, you are not a big deal.
That's gonna be 21.
Yep. So you snag up Josh.
Then I'm just gonna follow
Yeah.
his voice.
Just start walking
He's
down.
yelling over his shoulder.
There you go. So you guys head down that way.
Yep.
You gonna communicate back at all? Like,
We're coming.
how many rounds do you want to do the movement?
Just want to
Alright.
run till
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of the way. And if they're
Make it-
faster than me, they'll
Me and
catch
Donovan
up.
Just walking.
So yeah, once they catch up, then I'll stop.
Heavy and massive, so I don't take negative for
All right. So yep. It's free turns. However you want to interact.
Once they catch up, I'm gonna pause, catch my breath, set this guy down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
So
be
you have
like,
2 prisoners.
Donovan, I have no idea what is going on.
I don't either. What?
What are you even doing here? If you are a foreigner, what are you doing here?
Getting away from all the bloodshed.
Okay.
Oh, I must say,
You did hear the interaction between him and Aratar about the whole family thing, and so like, for you as a paladin, just making sure you do
Yeah.
actually have that knowledge.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do with it, you do with it, but you have that.
Are you related to the royal family?
Out of game, I didn't know that they were the royal family, did I?
You knew your mother was some kind of nobility, but you
Yeah.
did not know she was the royal family of this kingdom.
Okay.
You just always assumed she was just high. Like, you've been in enough houses to know that like there are noble families that are never royal. They're just highfalutin.
Yeah.
And so you've always known she's some kind of noble, but never knew she was actual royalty.
I mean, to my knowledge, that she was just, some nobility, but
Where are you actually from?
what would the Gawain one be called?
You wouldn't address it like that. You'd just be like, I'm a Gawain. Like,
I'm Gawain.
from the house of Gawain.
Where are you
which you would
physically
instantly
from?
I mean, actually, at this point, I'll let you
I
name
have
the.
a map.
Yep. If you want to name the Gawain Kingdom, I'm okay with that. I haven't actually put a name to it.
Look up some.
Most of the kingdoms are called the holdship of blah 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 house. So a lot of them don't, like the skies. The skies don't have a name for their kingdom. It's just called Skyhold.
regardless of
I'm from Gawain Manor
Where-
in the province
you're
of
from.
Gawain. Yep.
Gawain man.
I did want to say thank you for sticking up and, at least fighting for us and trying to figure out what's going on. And thank you. Didn't have to do that.
You're the first outside. You're the
can
first
spot
people
that.
that I met inside.
Dude wakes up. He's like, oh my god, that was a horrible nightmare. Oh jeez. Oh god. He just kind of looks at you and he's like,
Yeah.
you're the Sentinel. Oh god, you're the Sentinel.
Must still be the shrooms. I'm gonna take the key for the manacles out. I'm gonna help him up to his feet.
Still be the shirt. Yep.
I am not rebellious. I have no idea what is going on around here. Apparently that was the prince. And he said some very sketchy shit about the
Who was the prince?
guy that knocked all you people out, I assume. Because I don't understand druid magic, like, at all. But
He never saw him. Like, he's so confused. Just so in game we were
got Josh.
like, he's just so
I have
confused.
him in my arm.
He's like, what guy? Yeah, you
wake
got
him
Josh
up. Wake
passed
Josh
out.
up.
Yep. He's like, what guy are you talking about? He's
Hold
like,
on.
we were having a conversation.
Just hold on.
You tackled me.
I'm gonna... Come on, Josh. Wake up. Wake up, Josh.
Ow.
You hit him in the face, and then he got
Oh, yeah.
innocent.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's out. He's in comatose.
Well. We're gonna wake him up at some point.
I am designating Donovan as my new Vanguard target.
Got it. He's like, well, you still gonna leave me shackled?
I already unlocked him.
Oh, yes, right. Sorry. Apologies.
What is your name?
He's like, random Lieutenant Guy B.
Random Lieutenant Guy B. We gotta get you a name, Random Lieutenant Guy B, because with a name like that, that does not bode well for your health.
Eric.
That's how I got this far. Derek.
Derek.
There we go. Derek. Lieutenant Derek. Would be Lieutenant Dan, but it would be awkward with two Dans in the room.
3.
3.
Yeah.
All right, Derek. You're gonna help me figure out what the heck is going on, and why did you call me the Sentinel?
I had this crazy, crazy nightmare about, well, I don't know. It's the prophecy that's at. I mean, I don't know. It's
Okay,
I'm just
take
so confused.
Just take it easy. You just woke up. Let's just take it easy.
in the order in the academy. There's the wall in the officers' brigade that has the prophecy from the old king about like the fall, and it's the biggest thing the order is worried about. So they always preach on it, but everybody just thinks it's a fairy tale. But I had this vision of you, and you were standing there with this sword. That sword you hit, or no, he didn't see that. But that sword you have, it's like it was like flaming and on fire, like this bright light. But it wasn't fire. It was like this light, and then you were fighting off rotten plants, and there was another druid there with some weird mushroom staff. Like, man, he's like, I don't know. He's like, but it like so matched the prophecy that it's like I just can't fathom. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, so don't worry about it.
I want to make good berries for everybody. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to make everybody some good berries.
Start rolling some good berries.
Yeah.
Wow. Grow some good berries right quick.
Passing them out.
He said, well, what I do know is that if we don't report back by this evening, that the next group that comes has orders to raise this place to the ground.
To my knowledge, all of the survivors are already out of the city, so that's not that big of a deal. However, because I have no idea what is actually going on, I want you and Josh, once he wakes up, to take us to your leader.
I'm not taking you anywhere unless you're in shackles. Otherwise, you're just going to have to keep me your prisoner because I'm not going to cooperate. I'm not risking my life for you. Whether you're what you say is true or not doesn't matter to me. I have orders, and I'm not disobeying them from some paladin.
And I'm saying I will only surrender to another paladin. So do you have any paladins at all?
No, the paladins
Why
were
not?
disbanded yesterday. You don't have any authority. There are no paladins. Like they're disbanded.
Yeah, in character, my mind is like... Like, yeah, no, I'm going to spend like a minute...
Exactly
trying
how
to be
he's
like,
been. Like, yep. Like,
it's going to be my next couple of turns.
For me, on my side of things, since paladins are devoted to like a lord, whenever they're disbanded, that means like they no longer owe allegiance, right?
No, not
Like a
necessarily.
knight?
No,
No.
no.
They're not Ronin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like that.
They are beholden to their principles, their code of ethics,
Mhm.
how they do their stuff. So if
They got fired. Like that's basically what it
Yeah.
is. They all got fired.
From
They
the
didn't abandon
government
their principles.
stranger-
Yeah. Yep.
the
Yeah.
government's like, you have no more authority, but
Yeah.
the paladins are still like, well, I still have my code of ethics.
That's right. Yeah. Like I still believe what I believe, even though you've taken my badge away. Yeah.
I still have my paladin powers, so obviously something. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly. That's a wonderful point. Like you're still in tune. That hasn't changed.
so where all has been affected by all this stuff that's been going on? I mean, is this area that we're in the only place that has had crazy things happening, or is this like a
No. There have been attacks all over the kingdom. Like that's why the order is freaking out. Those massive plant creatures have destroyed 3 different walled cities. And they're just taking the life. He's like, it's assumed that anyone who survived it must be conspiring. How else would you have survived? Everything we've seen them
we
touch
encountered
has
we
been...
encountered a green landworm,
Like to that, he like...
and as
You
well,
see his whole demeanor changes the moment you say that. Green landworms haven't been seen in the kingdom since the king abdicated.
well, the areas in which the thorns were, a lot of them were destroyed
I also look confused now.
through.
I was like, huh? The dragons aren't real. They're dead.
So-
Exactly, they're all
Would
dead.
you like to
Yes,
explain
as far as you're concerned, they're all
what we
dead.
had
Yeah.
seen as far as the source of the vines
Yeah,
that
we
we
were
had found?
we were at the carnival grounds just outside this city. We were celebrating the graduation for this year's class.
I just graduated.
Yeah.
I
And,
just graduated.
Yeah,
That
along
night-
with many of the gentlemen here
Yeah.
today.
there was some disturbance. We went to try to go investigate
I'm gonna
it.
go
We
check
found
on the other people.
a green worm. And then while we were
corner, check
gone-
on.
Prior to that, there
Gone.
were these
I'm holding Josh though.
vine
But
creatures.
they're gone.
Those
We're-
people are gone.
still telling them the story
Mhm.
of like we investigated a disturbance. We found the green worm. At the same time we were investigating that, carnival grounds got destroyed by these vines. Then the green worm, I went to try to go chop down the main vine.
Did you see the vines absorbing people?
Actually,
One of the
yes.
phenomenon we've seen is that these vines, when they touch living things, it's like they consume them. So that's why, at this point, it is thought that anyone not consumed by them must be conspiring with them.
Well,
That's and now that you're like you've read the orders and you hear what he's saying, like that is the
That
entire
makes
premise
sense.
of the orders. Like you're just that's why what Josh said to you about like, well, until we question you, we don't know.
Another thing we encountered was a green dragon known as Crana Metraxis.
So I'm unfamiliar with that name.
What was that archdruid's name?
Knowledge history. See if I've read
our
that storybooks.
druid
Like Dragon
Esther, Esterbay.
Yeah, I believe so.
You as a character,
Yeah.
you would know.
It was
Caspian Esper was his name.
yeah, Caspian Esther. Whenever we encountered them on the beach area, there was a very, very large green dragon known as Cranometraxis looking over everybody.
Well, I don't know anything about that. But one of the things that you all are technically wanted for, if you're the conspirators, is the murder of Archdruid Esther. Also,
Actually, he wasn't murdered.
the murder of a couple royal family members that were here participating.
I have information about that. I'm going to tell him about the storage trunks with the engravings on them. I'm also going to tell him about Greg Townsend that he witnessed the people that were like placing the trunks and stuff.
Hmm.
I'm telling him like, here's all the information I have.
Says, well, oddly enough, I believe you. I'm so confused.
I mean, if you,
We're
gonna,
on the same level here. I have no idea what's going on.
and I'm gonna ask him again. Are you telling me the truth that the Paladin Order has been disbanded? And when he when he does that, I'm gonna detect lies.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
set Josh down and I'm gonna search that area, see if there's any footprints or anything like that for a survival check.
I gotcha.
I'm Googling it just real quick to have 100%.
Josh would be by.
Let's pause right here after use the restroom. Yeah.
Nobody gonna react like the people disappearing.
We're in the middle of a very important conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised the dude isn't reacting to his people all disappearing.
Well,
He doesn't know yet.
I yelled it. I said all the people
He's not
are
listening
gone.
to you.
I guess so.
We're focusing on something else. We're trying to get to the bottom of this.
It's localism, ignoring the foreigner.
Respect, though. Respect.
My dude was just like, you guys are the first people I saw. I sat on a river for literally a month.
Yeah, that sucks.
I took whatever I could grab.
I don't know why you came here. It's not any better.
Mama told me it was good here. It don't look so good.
No, your mama was wrong. Alrighty.
Daniel. So, you can write down a little note. If you're my Vanguard target, you get +3 to fort and reflex saves and +2 to your AC, as long as you're with my reach.
So +3 to the fort and reflex.
Yep, and then +2 to your AC.
Find in page, please.
Soul rot. The sickness.
Sickness.
Imagine having a sickness.
I got shot with a poison arrow.
The gaze of truth. As the spell discern wise, you may use this ability a number of times a day. Okay, so discern truth.
Alright, sorry, back to where we're at.
I got a nat 20 for the survival check.
So, you get over here, and you're very puzzled, because once you get here, you realize, like, they're not gone. The entanglement continued to consume them. And you see spots where the entangle looks different. It doesn't look like it did originally with the nice green vines and things growing, like controlling plants to overcome people. They're like these thick, dark green, thorny vines. And it's like wrapped on them, and it's almost like they're wilting. Like the bodies of the people are wilting. And so they're all still here, but they're dead.
Can I roll a spot over to that corner of the building where
Mhm.
that one guy was that stopped casting magic specifically on him? 23.
It's all truth. Everything he said so far. Absolute truth.
23 spot check where the caster was that had casted high level magic.
This corpse is over there too.
So there's not any spot around here that
You can
was-
account for every person that was here, except for the 2 that are with you, and the prince. They're all here.
The prince is also there?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm saying he's one of the
Oh,
ones
okay.
that are not here. You don't account for him. You notice, because you're looking around paying attention, the robes are all different now. They're all wearing this weird, odd, brownish colored robe.
Step back around the corner. You all ever see a brownish robe?
Brownish robe.
So I'm going from him telling me the truth
Yep.
to him saying, "Y'all ever see a brown robe?"
As soon as you say that, what did we establish his name was? Did we name him?
Derek.
Derek. So Derek turns, he's like, a brown robe. And like, you can see, he's already been confused, but now the color just drains from his face.
What does that mean?
All those
What is-
people had brown robes on them whenever I went back out there and looked. The vines kept growing.
The Dark Order, they all wear brown robes.
All those people.
Let's go look. We're gonna walk down the
He's so,
alleyway.
he just, his mind is so blown. But yep, you're gonna go with him?
Yeah, of course.
Went out each and every single one of those bodies. I'm holding Josh.
Sure enough, you guys go to the edge. Once you get here, you realize the corpses are all covered in the same vines that attacked the previous day. There's the entanglement, but completely separate from that are those vines growing on all of those corpses.
Oh hell
Can I
no.
see the faces of those corpses? Are they the specifically? I want to look for the ones of the people that I recognized. Is it the same face? Are they the same people?
Yes. And they appear to be like wilting. That's the best word to describe it. I mean, you're around
Draw my
enough
sword.
plants, they are wilting, like they're being consumed.
I step up to the first body closest to me, and I'm gonna start cutting the vines away, trying to get them off around the body, get the body out.
So step past him. Roll an attack roll. As long as you don't fail. I just want to make sure you don't have a critical fail.
19.
So you start hacking them, and as you do, you start hearing this ringing sound. And so if you could imagine a bell, and every time you hit it at the right time, that you're increasing the frequency. You're building up like tong, 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 so that the vibration with each strike is increasing. And you're hearing it coming from your sword. Like a metal on metal sound almost. But you know your sword's not metal. These plants obviously aren't, but it's like bing, bing. And there's this faint green glow coming from your sword. You guys don't hear the sound, but it is super obvious after the first strike that his sword just turned into a glow stick.
Yeah.
It was like...
I was actually going to. I was going to try and dispel it using the staff again.
Mhm.
The vines.
Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on. Okay, this is happening, but
Mhm.
trying to cut this body out of the vines to get it to pull it out of the vines.
After about the third strike, it is vibrating so loudly that it's giving you a headache. It's extremely difficult to hold on to. Like you can feel it, like a bat when you hit the ball in the wrong spot. That vibrate you every time you strike. But now that you're at this point, each strike just disintegrates without effort. Those vines.
I'm gonna keep on pushing through. Any discomfort doesn't matter to me because I got my job to do.
Roll will save.
I can't mentally help him.
What are you gonna do?
I rolled a 25 on my concentration to.
Daniel is my
The thing with
Vanguard
the staff.
option.
What? Talk to
Do you
me
recall
through it.
last time whenever I had set the staff into the ground to kind of clear the way of the vines?
Yeah, I want you to
doing the
talk me
same-
through it. Okay. Yep.
Similar
Good.
step. I'm dropping it in the ground and kind of focusing to get rid of the
Okay. You rolled what on concentration?
25.
All right.
I do want to say that I'm standing 10 feet reach of Daniel, and he's my vanguard option.
That's where you are now. Is there a different
Okay.
location you'd like to be?
I don't want to be as close to the vines. I'll actually be behind Daniel.
Okay.
I'm holding Josh.
And are you okay where you are?
Sure.
Because you're going to do what you're going to do, or is that the location you'd like to be in?
I want to be somewhere where he hasn't cleared the vines out already.
All right, so
Say
let's
on,
shift
like,
you over
yeah,
here.
that side.
As you step to the next one strike, gone. Vine just disintegrates. Like the classic vampire in the daylight. Just
I got a 13 on that.
Ash.
We'll save you guys for.
okay. After this, I'll go on to the next one. Roll me another will save.
Okay.
I can't help
And as
it.
I'm like cutting the bodies out, like grabbing them and taking them to like where these vines aren't. So I'm trying to like rescue the bodies out.
They're dust, like dried up plants. Like they've been consumed. They've been drained from the inside out. By the time you get them out, they're just husks. Like the shells of the beetles that are on the side of the tree when you find them.
So what color robe is Daniel wearing?
Green.
Is it plant-like?
Yeah. So you concentrate, and you've got this one right here, and you're very emotional about this because you know some of these people. Like this whole thing from losing Marin to Petunia being burned and this, like you're extremely emotional, and you reach out, and so you put the staff into the ground, and you see as the roots grow out of the staff, and they're just growing toward it like cypress roots coming out of the ground, and you can just see it on over. And as it reaches those vines, it's like this clash as they just clash together, and then it begins pulling you, like dragging you in. So it's literally the vines are pulling on you,
Oh, hell no.
trying to pull you toward them. And that's the vines calling you in.
No thanks.
Go ahead if you want to get that.
I got a nat 1 on that will saves. The second one you asked for.
Hello?
No worries.
I am currently gaming. What's up?
It's a mystical part. So you're paying attention to all this because you're just kind of watching all this crazy, weird nature crap. Like there's all
Dude,
this
I'm
plant
used to
stuff, people dying.
Fireball.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, fireball. You're used to crazy wizards and their stuff. This whole druid thing is next
This
level.
is just plant wizard.
You see as Aurelius comes up to the third one with this sword, and is and as he raises the blade, it's this blinding green light, this whoosh, just blinds all of you. You no longer are getting pulled. He just stabs the sword directly through the corpse, the vine and all, and every bit of the entanglement
Just gone.
and all of the plants and the vines are all gone.
Just worried for a second there.
And the vines that are up around the gatehouse.
Gone. Like it's gone. And you see him turn and look at you and start walking your way. So you destroy the vines, and you look around and you realize that the only thing left is the vine spawn standing just over there, looking ominous, coming toward you.
Or if it's coming towards me,
Well, I take that back. Not actually moving, but like standing ominous, like it's about to. But it's certainly a vine spawn, just like you saw the other day.
yeah, no. Cut that corruption
You
out.
two roll initiative. You hear him utter the words, "The rot must be removed."
I got a 5.
I got a 7. The one time I tried to actually roll poorly.
Okay.
Damn it, Donovan.
So you're 22.
What the hell did I do?
He's now just looking at us.
Yep. Well, and you realize, like, now that you're looking at him, his eyes are pure green.
Oh, this
green
is
glow.
Enchanter Wizard.
Yep, pure green. Like, he's just...
Well,
he's got the glow.
You hear me just crack my knuckles? There's only one way to get him out of this. I'm going to ready my action to do a non-lethal attack on him if he comes up to attack Donovan. Because Donovan's my Vanguard option.
Got it. Yep.
So right now, Daniel...
How are you going to attack holding someone?
Um,
You're carrying Josh right now.
it's free. I should drop.
Drop it. Choo. You drop Josh.
what does Derek think of all this? It's just transpired in the last couple.
That's a great point. Let me see how it will respond. I didn't even think to do this thing yet. Keep sitting in the box. Of course.
You don't know.
He is so lost. Like, eating that one. He just...
Look, dealt with Enchanter Wizard.
What I didn't do is
you
roll
punch
his
somebody in
initiative
the
either.
face, and then
So you readied yours. He's next. He begins casting. Just stop. Just stop.
What does Derek look like to me? Is he all blind spawn too?
He is.
I guess it's really whoever's closer.
they're virtually
Roll
the
a
same.
will save +6.
28.
Derek craps on himself as what he was attempting failed. Your turn is next.
Walk up to him.
Roll it up.
12.
Would you be offended if I hurt your friend slightly? He
So you
seems
miss him.
harming the-
No.
But barely. He's just like, whoa!
He doesn't appear to be himself. Just don't kill
Yeah,
him.
you see him.
This is, I'm
You
trying
see
to.
Aurelius walk right over to him. He's just like, and he just misses. Swings right by him. You can hear him say it again. The rot must be removed. It's your turn.
You got something for this?
Burn out the rot. Burn out the rot.
Man, I already used. I technically.
My
used
dude's just like,
Entangle
Mm-hmm.
to counter spell.
my dude's just like, you just smell magic. It's right there. You cast magic. That's what the wizard would do.
That's exactly right. He's like, why don't you? This.
This is
I
what the
can't
wizard
do
would
any
do.
of that. I have none of that.
He's a.
What do you mean?
He's a plant man. Fire.
I don't want to kill him.
I don't care if the sidewalk's too small. Fireball.
I don't know what that's from, but it sounds odd.
Okay.
Send it.
Send it.
Send it.
I don't want to send it.
Do it. You won't.
It has been sent.
Send it.
So you just blatantly attacked homeboy?
Hey.
Hit him?
Oh yeah, yeah, sure did.
Burn out the rot.
Flaming sphere.
That's a good one there.
That is a good one.
Flaming sphere.
Do it. Do it.
All right.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Of course.
Here you go. Your flaming sphere.
Yeah.
Do it.
There you go. A flaming sphere for Daniel.
Flaming sphere. It's
All
flaming
right. Since
sphere.
it's 5 foot diameter, I'm gonna put it on him.
Nice.
Yep. That's exactly what you do, Wolf.
Can they occupy the same space?
2d6.
Do what?
That'd be pretty cool. Like just enveloped in a ball of
No,
fire.
you can't.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's like a flaming sphere. Like you're like, oh no, I'm wearing a skirt of fire.
Pretty cool.
So reflex negates. At least for this round. And then,
Ooh, that's much better. 11.
yeah, that definitely does not beat what my DC would be as my spell save DC.
Mm-mm.
But.
Yep.
There
All
we
right, so
go.
2d6.
There we go. Come on.
That's 7 damage.
Roll a will save plus 7.
See, I said to hit him.
8, 7. That's 15. 26.
Okay, so you instantly realize you're standing there in front of Derek with this fire just burning you. Like, ah! Ah!
Oh shit! I'm on fire! Ah!
So his demeanor is completely different now. The light, the green glow goes out in his eyes. His sword stops glowing.
Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!
You no longer hear the ringing.
Okay. Yeah, no, I dropped prone and I'm rolling around.
I'm looking
I'm sending the
I'm
photos to
looking
you.
for the person that did that. There's got to be something coming around.
Okay, so you took your 7 fire damage.
Yes,
and
sir.
you come to.
Ouch! Ah, ooh, ow, ow,
I'm going to go over to him and cure light wounds. D8 plus 1 per level.
It's ironic because Derek does the same thing.
That's 6. You just healed 6.
Okay.
For me.
You get 10 from Derek.
Okay.
Hot, 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 hot. Ha, ha.
What the hell happened to you?
Derek's face is looking at you with that same white, pale face, and he's like, I told you, you're the Sentinel. That's exactly how I saw it in my vision.
I don't know what that means. Ah, thank you for the
Well,
healing.
what it means is you either help bring down the Order, or you help save it. But it also means that there is someone who's even more powerful out there that you're either supposed to stop or assist.
Okay. First time I'm hearing about it.
I'm afraid it might be the Prince. Oh, God.
Let's go talk to your boss. Because I have got no idea what's going on. I completely believe you that the Paladin Order has been disbarred. So,
What happened to you? What was that? Do you have any recollection?
I started cutting the vines. Then, fire.
Huh.
Yeah. Holy moly, all the vines are gone.
All of it. All the vines that were across the city. The vines.
Oh.
That corner over there is where the Druids, the Archdruids tower
keep,
is.
yeah.
Yep, that keep. That's basically that corner. They're gone. They were wrapped up like Jack and the Beanstalk, and they're all gone.
Holy moly.
Can I roll a knowledge, nature, and a spellcraft on the state he was in, as well as like the glow in his
Yeah.
eyes that I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for knowledge, nature, your first one, that's 16 plus 8, so 24.
The enchanted
then-
wizards do stuff like that.
And then for spellcraft, not 20.
So, with the combination of the two, you've heard of something called the Verdant Haze.
Verdant haze.
And it is legend to have happened twice before to 2 separate paladins, where they become consumed with the power of nature magic, and not being druids, are unable to control it, and it takes control of them.
Consumed by nature magic. Got it.
The first time it happened,
Okay.
a paladin named Yorsis assisted the king and saved his life.
Okay.
The second time it happened, a paladin named Bjork had to be chased down and killed by the Order so that he would stop murdering Druids.
Okay. How do you spell Bjork?
B-Y-O-R-K?
BJ.
Yeah, that's right. It's BJ.
BJORK.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna relay all of this information to you guys as far as what I know. How did I know that?
You have no idea.
It was just kind of a thought that just randomly popped into my head.
Yep.
I just somehow do.
You're not gonna turn into the crazy guy that had to get chased down, right?
Huh.
I have no idea.
I mean, it seemed like you were going that direction.
From your point of view, in both of those circumstances, the paladin was subduing rampant nature magic in some way. I mean, not a justification, just part of the explanation. Like, that's where the whole Bjork story, his whole story was that's where it happened to him, was there was some wild nature magic that was happening and he was trying to stop it, and it consumed him and he basically started killing druids. The first one was that the king was in danger from something that went wild when it came to nature magic, and that first one saved the king. But in both instances, the rampant or wild use of nature magic was involved.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's go talk to your boss.
Derek says they're wanting to go all the way back to Earthen Docks. I mean, that's weeks travel from here.
Well, how about this?
I'm supposed to send a bird to report.
Yeah, you were saying that if you don't report, that they're gonna send a bunch of people. You should go report, and we will stay here because part of our traveling party survivors went to go search for other survivors from Esterbay. We'll keep Josh here because he's unconscious.
Roll wisdom save.
Save.
Do what?
Will save.
Oh, not specifically one of wisdom.
19.
16.
Okay.
17, sorry.
So you guys are just kind of standing there in like the middle of this conversation, you're having it, and you realize like you feel something in your pocket. It wasn't there a moment ago. There's a little key in your pocket. Each one is shaped the way you have the key now. You have no clue what it's for, but it's an actual key-sized key for some door somewhere. It was not in your pocket previous to this.
Must have another key for manacles.
Huh. So it just kind of appeared there out of nowhere?
Yep.
Ooh, metal.
And for you, it is really odd because you don't carry metal stuff.
Uh.
So that's why it was really obvious for you. You're just like, what the key? And so for you guys, it's actually this size. So you're like, a key? And each one does have a different symbol on the top, like you've got. Not necessarily the circle you've got, but like each one has got a different symbol that the head is of the key. Like this portion.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
What does mine look like?
He's gonna chat GPT image it later.
Yeah, I
For
will.
sure.
I'll make nice, pretty pictures
Distinct,
of it.
pretty,
Mm-hmm.
unique. Yours.
I just wanted to see if I could roll like an intelligence check to see if I've seen this anywhere.
You see that it's the symbol of a certain plant, and so it's like leaves with a flower almost. You have seen it. It's a symbol commonly used by Archdruid Esther.
Oh. Okay. So Would I know where he would have been like, holed up as far as in Esterbay?
The tower.
The tower.
Tower. Yeah, that's right.
So Derek, you should go report back.
So I certainly am. I may have to arrest you next time. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Bring your boss.
Yes.
We'll talk it out. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm gonna be here. Just
He's,
do your thing. I'll meet you back.
I'm gonna use no direction and let him know what directions he's heading, just in case.
yep. It's like, yeah, that got it.
Yep, we're on the same
follow
page.
The road.
Yep.
Follow the road. Got it. Yeah.
What a wild turn of events.
Yeah, for real.
I arrested him. He kicked me.
So you know, this is completely counterintuitive to everything I planned tonight. Like it's been so awesome. I love the direction this has gone so far.
Also,
This is not
I know.
where this was going
if
to go.
Aurelius originally,
Wait, I mean, it's going the direction, but not at all how.
if Aurelius would have acted more violently, I would have killed a lot of druids. I would have had a kill
Well,
count.
Oh, this has been.
I've been trying to follow this trick of only take a life to save a life.
Oh,
Gotta.
Which that's a
Yeah,
true thing.
that's
yeah.
what we do.
I'm trying to follow my code of like, don't do stupid shit. So, where did you think you want to check out this key? Or your key?
I would say at Caspian Esther's quarters. Or just somewhere
Yeah, no.
in his.
It's right there. Let's go check it out.
The vines are gone now too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, the tower is completely accessible. I'm gonna go behind you two.
Yep.
Actually, I'll go around. Don't worry about it.
No, I'll just step out for a second. Oh.
I just see his mercy always has a price.
You gotta be so lost right now.
Your guys just like,
You don't
wow,
know
this
what you walked
druid
up
stuff
on.
is crazy.
I'm just like, this is weird wizards. You don't know what you just walked up on.
I think so.
You sideways wizards.
What time do you need to leave here?
10:30. We're still good. So we got like another hour.
You guys want to take a brief break real quick then?
Oh, we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I know what my absolute next course of action is.
So for anyone who may be watching, we are going to take a break here. We'll be back in just a moment, and I don't have a be right back sign.
Man, I spent a good portion of this this session unconscious.
Yeah,
It's kind of nice.
you and Josh both.
Don't worry, Caleb went through 3 sessions in my campaign, literally being unconscious for most of it.
You didn't get here early enough that I was going to brag about that too.
Oh.
It's a little Bluetooth speaker. Yeah. If it works, go for it.
I'm seeing. Oh, that ain't on the last. Hurry, get me. So bad. Ready. Okay. touched one foot. Hands.
I was very worried about ankles.
The hands. Because that's the only way you move on your hands. Almost my turn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My turn.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, no. Dude. It's my turn. It's 9:40. Brayden. I'm telling you. Number 5.
Okay, here. Here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, let's get you tag first. Got you, bro. Got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you're crying over there. Yeah. Ha ha ha. The best one here. This is my mat right here.
ears on?
What?
Do you have the rat ears on? You're on bright red. Okay, see me? Because I'm not gonna have any tractors. Hey, can anybody teach me? Ooh. Can anybody teach me? Hey, you, can you teach me? Can you teach me? Can you teach me? Hey, can you teach me? Hey, you, cowboy hat, cowboy hat. Cowboy hat. Can you teach me? Redneck. What? How do I run? I wanna run. Hey, cowboy hat, redneck. Redneck, what do I do? Yeah. I want it quick. Run. Run. Okay. I'm already at room. RECNEO. Cosmo. To the very top. And that's it, and then enter. Hello? I just joined this lobby. I'm not supposed to take me out, but I'm gonna do. Yeah. I don't know.
One more to another. That's what you're telling us. You're a pussy. No. Able.
No, I got lost.
Now he's all stoic.
Alright. Not just kidding. There's a difference between going AWOL and getting lost. I just don't know how to go back. Okay.
So, I've been rolling well on everything except for saves.
I've been rolling well on saves except for everything else, so. But yeah, no, I don't. When that was going on, you and Derek, like, I thought you guys fine spawn. I don't know why.
The verdant haze.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I'm not entirely certain what it is or what causes it. Well, actually, I mean, I do know what it is. I don't know what causes it. It's you being able to, or it's you being consumed by nature magic and not being able to control it.
Oh, jeez.
Due to the fact that you're not one of us.
Oh. Yeah, that's.
It's only happened twice, ever.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and then Derek kept saying something about I was the Sentinel or something. I don't know what that means either. He said it was some kind of prophecy.
Well, I'm going to assume that whatever's going on here, you are likely a pivotal piece.
He said some stuff about, like, I guess I'm either gonna save the kingdom or the alternative. And he also said I was either gonna stop that prince or join him. I don't know. But I have no idea what's going on right now, so.
I think we need to answer as many questions as possible.
Agreed.
Hello, guys. Can anyone hear me?
Hello, hello.
Hello! DM from Beyond the Void.
I don't hear any of you, but I see the green bubble popping up that you're talking.
Hello!
Can you hear us? The mic might be too far away.
Mayhaps.
Well, Greg was talking about that there were like 20 to 30 survivors that went westward. Sidian and Greg went after them, but there might be other people here in town.
We could definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it. It's definitely worth it. As long as the survivors aren't the brown robes.
So yeah, what is up with that? I don't know if I know what that means.
Well, your gentleman here, your buddy, had stated that the treasonous people, the rebellious people, are the ones who are in brown, or clad in the brown robes.
Ah. Jeez.
But the question is,
So then what were Derek and Josh doing with them?
well, prior to them being knocked out, they had normal robes on. However, whenever we came back, they were encapsulated in the thorns, and they had brown robes on.
So our stream sounds excellent.
That's good.
Yeah, YouTube wise, but there's no audio in our Discord channel, and so you can hear me, and I switched back over to stream to here, so I can hear you responding back from the stream. But our audio is not coming through to anyone who is sitting in the Discord server. So it doesn't really matter because there's nobody there.
Yeah.
But
had Bernal and them wanted to play, we would have had an issue with that. And so
we got to keep that in
But
mind
yeah,
next time.
yeah, make sure we have hard. But this looks good, like Discord stream. Like I
That's
could
good.
see through this and everything. It's great, and I can on our stream that looks excellent. So whoever's watching this stream, if you have been, or whoever's viewing this later, thank you for sure. It definitely, like I said, definitely looks good. It sounds good. The boom mic up there works really nice, and so I like the setup.
We were discussing
Okay.
what I saw when I was in that state, and he was telling me about the verdant
Haze.
haze, and I was telling him I saw them as vine spawns, and then we were talking about the guys in the brown robes, and
Yep. So while you were in the haze, your only urge was to get rid of the rot, and you just hear the phrase in your head, "Must remove the rot." And so, not necessarily certain what that means, but like you said, you realize they all look like vine spawn, and previous to that encounter, you'd never actually seen a vine spawn, and so very odd for you.
I'm gonna relay that to you.
So it seems as if what the green worm had stated whenever the land worm had
Josh
stated.
wakes up.
Just on my
He's just like,
I was gonna say the landworm had stated something similar whenever we had encountered him, as in he had seen all of us druids as the issue against nature.
Is
The
that what you were
rot.
saying?
The rot. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's right.
I
Yep.
couldn't understand.
You don't speak Sylvan.
I don't know.
How far is the druid dude that we were talking to going that way?
Derek?
Derek.
Derek left probably 4 or 5 minutes ago. I mean, he's out of your sight. He's gone. He went out the gates and turned off to the east.
I'll tell the Josh dude in my arm, be like, this is your chance to go with Derek. He's a couple minutes that direction.
He looks at you and he's like, I hope you make it through this.
Same
I don't
to you,
think
Brit.
you're a bad guy, but you know how things work. And he
I'm
runs
gonna
off.
shake his hand before he leaves.
He ran. Like,
Oh.
he just...
All right, you
I
could
shrugged
have
it.
Set him down.
Yep, he's...
you could have stayed with us.
He would have not
Looked
enjoyed that.
specifically at me and said that.
Yeah. Yep. Looked you straight in your face.
Josh.
Well, we know about some survivors that went westward. I guess we could
Okay.
also check the town for more survivors.
Yep. All right, so you guys want to check the town out?
Yeah.
Jeremy just messaged me.
So essentially, you're becoming the embodiment of nature itself, unassociated or unaffiliated with the Druidic order.
Oh,
Whenever you're going into that state,
well,
as
it
far
kind
as
of
what I can tell.
sounds like I'm not part of the Druidic order anymore.
Well, that portion of you that's clouded isn't. However,
As a paladin, you guys are affiliated with the order, yes, but you don't actually see yourselves as part of the order.
yeah,
You see yourselves as an appendant body to the order, not necessarily a part of them.
Who is the highest official in the Druidic or the Paladin side of it? Who are they beholden to?
Paladin Cyprio, beholden to no one except the Grand Druid himself. That's actually why there's such conflict between Druids and Paladins, and just like you earlier of like the chain of command thing, because Paladins realize there is no Druid, save the Grand Druid, that is above them. It's a completely different skill tree.
Mm-hmm. Beholden literally only to the number one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Grand
So-
Druid himself.
Yeah. And, I mean, Derek sounded like he believed it. So, whether or not that part is true or not,
Yeah.
Derek thought it was true.
Oh yeah, he absolutely, like, none of what he said to you was lies. He absolutely believed everything. And so, I mean, even by his confusion, like, he was so confused by everything that, like, it was obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely wasn't trying to be deceiving in any way.
Yeah. So until I talk to somebody.
Oh, there's Jeremy. He popped in.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, you probably can't hear us.
No.
No. Because he has a stream open, a new tab, he can actually hear us, but he can't hear us through Discord. And I'm wondering if it's because we did the audio thing at the top.
Yeah.
Because so you can see it up there.
We should
No,
be
it's
able
not
to
bad.
hear him, though,
I
right?
can hear you guys just fine.
Oh.
Oh, sweet! I couldn't when I was on there. I wonder if it was just mobile. Awesome.
Phone?
Hmm?
Silence was probably on.
I don't have silence on my. I don't have a crappy iPhone.
Well, yours could
No,
still
I had
be
to
like.
remember my push to talk button was.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'm glad you can hear us at least. And what do you think about the view?
Just curious, who's the Lego guy?
Yam.
Some new interloper.
Hey, that's not a bad picture of what's going on.
Yeah, sweet. I got this set up so that I can stream Discord and have any of you guys, because I talked to Brunel and Ojari last night. They want to try to start gaming with us too.
Sweet.
And I could try to have the three of you on Discord and try to make a good view so you guys can see all of this and what's going on here. And then if you want to put the stream on the side, you can actually see us too. But I figure you seeing our faces while we game isn't that important.
Well, to kind of catch you up to speed,
And actually, we can do that. That's perfect. So at this point, Jen, you show back up with Greg Townsman, and Obsidian. And so you guys have checked the entire village out here. It appears that the people that he thought had escaped merely made it to about the edge of town. And oddly enough, Jeremy, make sure you note this fact, because you would have been the one to figure it out, specifically being the druid that you are. You wear the green robe. So when you graduated, you got the green robe to signify you had progressed to the next level of druidhood. But all of the bodies that you found that were either young druids or potential druids had this weird brown robe on.
Oh man.
Which is very odd to you. You've never seen it before.
So there is a different significance between the colored robes.
There absolutely is. Druids that have not yet graduated wear gray robes. Once they have graduated, they wear a simple green robe, and as they advance, their robe gets more elaborate, like more detailed, more beautiful, more frills. And so the more elaborate and beautiful your robe, the more significant it is. But again, you've never encountered someone wearing a brown robe that way.
Okay.
Since you're fresh back, we had about a half hour here before Aurelius has to split. They just went through a whole ton of stuff here. They've actually not progressed anywhere beyond the spot that you left them. And so when you come back here, they are literally standing around the same spot. Except now there's no entanglement. All of the plants are gone. The plants that had still been all over the city and encumbering the buildings, they're all gone. You guys actually would have saw it happen in live right in front of your eyes maybe 5 minutes ago. All of them just began disintegrating into a fine dust and mist and just wafted in the wind. Including all of the vines that were wrapping up the Archdruid's tower that previously was inaccessible.
Well, I already know that Archdruid's not in there.
Yeah, you got a
Because
pretty...
he turned into a fucking bonsai tree.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature.
Yep. Yep, pretty certain of that.
yeah, they were saying the Archdruid was a rebel.
Yeah, if you guys want, this is a great time for you to catch Jeremy up where you want to give information to him, so go for it. Spill it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were saying he was a rebel and he was murdered. And
Okay, first off, who's they?
About 20 minutes ago or so, a group of druids descended on us. They tried to arrest us. There was some kind of confusion about that. Then that guy, Eritar, who was apparently a prince, he showed up. Apparently him and Atreus here are related.
I guess so.
It's all kinds of messy and confusing. They tried to arrest us.
Eritar put them to sleep.
I guess I've got
Yeah.
like I don't know. I grabbed this one guy, Derek, and then he and I were talking. They grabbed Josh, Donovan's buddy. You might actually know as well. He was an underclassman, so you guys actually might know each other as well. And we came around here, and he saw that the vines were eating the sleeping bodies of the druids that came to arrest us, and they were wearing brown cloaks. And then I started trying to cut the vines away from their bodies, and then I guess I turned into the
verdant haze.
The verdant haze, and I burned away the vines, and Derek said I was part of some kind of prophecy, and I have no idea what he's talking about. And then we found these keys in our pocket. You've probably got one too. And so we were kind of just trying to figure out what we were going to do next.
It's a lot.
Door's exceptionally loud.
Yeah, does he have a key in his pocket?
Did you ask him?
I told him about the keys. I said, hey, we got some keys. You might have one in your pocket too.
You do, Jeremy. You check yourself and you realize you have this small metallic key in your pocket.
Also, did he know Josh?
He did not.
Okay.
He did not know Josh. The key in particular, the head of the key is a shape of a flower with leaves around it. It's like petals open. A particular flower. You know, Archdruid Esther used it as a symbol commonly.
So a flower key thing?
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else information-wise you want to discern or figure out? I think before we move on here, because the next session is really going to be the tower and figuring out the keys and going through all
What
of
does
that.
your key look like?
I don't know. It's unique, indescribable at this moment.
Mhm.
It's going to have to be some
Can I
kind
examine
Yours
it?
is different. It's got yours and Jeremy's looks the same. Yours and Jen's key, it looks the same. It's that same flower.
Mhm.
His looks like almost like a flower, but like there's a skull in the middle of it. You've never seen that symbol before, and so his key is extremely unique.
It means poison.
Huh, that can't be good.
We use that for the rat poison symbol.
Are there any questions you have, Jeremy?
So do I know the differences between the robes? Like I know like more elaborate means higher ranked. So I've never seen a brown robe before, so I don't know what that signifies.
Correct.
Well, to fill you in, Derek was telling us that color of robe is from the
The rebels. Rebellious people. It's the color of robe that they wear.
The other circle of druids.
So the guys that did the bond spine and all that jazz.
Possibly.
Possibly. Not 100% sure at this moment. End game.
I'm just confused as to why the thorns popped up around them. Like around them specifically while they were sleeping.
Chance isn't here, but I'll speak for his character, Obsidian. And Obsidian says that while they were searching just after all of the vines disintegrated, he found this weird seed.
You already know.
You've never seen it before. You've definitely never seen this before.
Weird seed. What color is it?
It's like brown with spots of tan on it and little streaks of green here and there. It's the size of an ostrich egg.
Interesting.
It's a big ass seed.
Sure is.
Indeed.
But it's hard as a rock. Like he's standing next to this building and he's like bangs it on the building. Like it's a really tough seed.
It's a Landwehr Meg.
Now that Greg Townsend is here, I'm going to pull out my journal,
Mhm.
go up to him and ask him to recount all the stuff that he was telling us 30 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, at this
He's
point, yeah,
gonna
like
tell
30
me
minutes to
that-
an hour.
Yeah, but like
What do you mean about the
stuff he saw, the people,
yeah,
the trunks.
the trunks, the vines came out of them and started destroying everything, and they were smashing buildings. Every life form that the vines touched, he says, it was almost like they drained them, like they wilted away in front of us. And so, like, that word is used again to describe what happens. It's like a wilting, the same way plants do. Says that he recants again about the 40 people that had escaped. Says, well, once they found them, they seen that most of them are in the brown robes. And he, just like you, is completely confused.
Is there anything I've heard of as far as like in the druidic world, as far as the like wilting property? Aside from this, am I familiar with any kind of school of it of druidic magic that?
Okay, coming at it from that regard, yes. That there is a forbidden... I mean, school is the wrong word because we're not talking about arcane magic, but that is also the best word to describe it. There is a forbidden training, a forbidden path of druidic arts that is... Well, we'll take a step back. As druids, you're always taught about the balance. So from the time you were young... You're taught about keeping the balance. Unfortunately, the order has its own idea of balance. And so as you're educated and trained in the druidic arts, you're taught what they want you to know. And so everything is about either curing someone or something of that nature. You're taught the entanglement to stop a person if you need to subdue them, even to the point of being like taught how to make a flaming sphere if you absolutely have to do something to save your life. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that is forbidden is death magic and all of the negative things. Mm-hmm. But as druids go, that's right, balance. It's still a part of the balance. And so there are druids in history that have practiced those things. They're usually shunned. And specifically, now that you've asked the question, there is what they call the Myconid Druid. And there has been known so far to only be a few of them. And they have access to those domains, if you will. I think domain may be a better word to use there than school. But they have access to those domains of magical powers, magical abilities. And the king who abdicated the throne, one of his closest confidants was a Myconid Druid. And so the original, what you consider the original Myconid Druid, was from that era. You've never actually seen one in the modern era, because the order would stamp them out. You know, if there was somebody doing those kinds of magical things, they would go handle it. They would send someone to take care of that, to keep the balance.
This is really fucking up my view of the Druidic Order. This is really fucking up my view of the Druidic Order. Because it's like, I'm starting to see the separation between serving actual nature and like nature itself as compared to like serving under the skewed view of the order. But
would you go so far as to say you're thinking rebellious in nature? Pushing the boundaries a little bit here.
I don't know, man.
Subscribing to the wrong ideologies.
Thought crime.
Thought crime.
That's in their opinion, though. That's their opinion of the wrong ideologies.
Sure, but I mean, you know, that is the order you belong to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the outside could use some druids. We don't have a lot of this type of magic.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot more questions to be answered before you go making any decisions.
It's at this point you realize you don't have Petunia either. Somewhere in the fray, Petunia and the bag are gone.
I'm going to inspect that seed in Chance's hand again.
Where they buried her is empty?
No, we didn't bury her. We had a bag.
Yeah, they were digging the dirt to fill the bag and put her in the bag. She has a bag. They were carrying her in like a potato sack.
Yeesh.
All right. And that's going to conclude our session for today.
Petunia's the seed.
Thank all of you for watching, participating, viewing. We appreciate it. Jeremy, sorry that you're just now tuning in, bro.
That's alright. No, I was wrapping up my kid's paper
Oh,
that's due on Monday. So.
Yep, no worries. Go ahead and stop our stream.